What's on YouTube? It's Pete TT back at it with another Destiny 2 video. Today, guys, I am super excited. I feel kind of super honoured because I'm actually going to get to show you guys some gameplay of Lost Sectors in the European Dead Zone. Now, massive shout out has to go to Parris for allowing me to use his footage. He's been away at Bungie. He's actually got to play through Lost Sectors, Adventures. So much stuff that I'm going to be able to bring you guys over the next few hours. I'm super excited about it. So yeah, Parris, massive thank you if you're watching this. Guys, anyone else watching this, links will be in the description down below to Parris's YouTube channel, his Twitter, and the entire video of his in the description down below. I highly suggest you go and check it out because he is covering an awful lot on his channel too. So without further ado, Lost Sectors, let's just jump straight into it. Okay guys, so first off, let's pull up a map of the European Dead Zone. As you can see, there is an awful lot of things here. You can see several named areas like Firebase Hades, Winding Cove, Outskirts, Trossland, the Sludge, and the Gulch. It is worth noting this is not the entire European Dead Zone map. This is just a little portion of it. In this little portion, not only do we see the named areas, we get to see 14 lost sectors, 3 adventures, 2 public events, and a lot of other markers as well. Basically, guys, there is a lot of content in the European Dead Zone. We know that it is Bungie's biggest area to date. You know, it is the biggest planet that they have made, and if this is only a snippet of the map, then I for one am extremely excited. Okay, I mean 14 lost sectors just in this area. You look at all the other planets as well, you combine them all together, that is an awful lot to do. We know that there are going to be over 80 PvE activities and missions in Destiny 2. Whether Lost Sectors, Adventures and things like that are included in that 80 or whether that 80 is just like the main missions, we still don't actually have confirmation. But yeah, there is an awful lot of content to do in this game. A lot of it is obviously going to be on the European Dead Zone, being the biggest destination Bungie have ever made. What we're going to do now, we're going to move on a little bit forward in the video. We're actually going to see the Guardians dropping in and running into a building. We will cover what they're running into in a minute. But what I want to pull your attention to, on the right hand side of the screen, you can see there is something called challenges. The challenges listed on screen are loot a lost sector near Firebase Hades, loot 3 Cabal supplies, and defeat 75 Cabal enemy. Now, what really intrigues me here is that these are different. It's something we've not seen before, okay? We've had bounties in Destiny where, you know, you get 10,000 points without dying, you get, you know, 50 precision kills and things like that. But to have challenges like this where you have to do various different things, this definitely intrigues me. Like, when you complete them, what do you get? Do you get loot? Do you get quests? Do you get reputation? I don't know, okay? But it is worth noting, we get to do challenges in the open world. Because bear in mind, guys, why the footage is of Lost Sectors in this video, these are still taken in the open world. These guys have just gone down to the European Dead Zone, they're flying around, they're playing around, they're doing whatever they want to do, and these can be completed anywhere. So it is super cool to see, and I cannot wait to kind of delve into it a little bit more and see how the challenges will work. Again though, guys, you know, as always, this isn't just me giving you information, it's a discussion. I'd love to know your thoughts on what we can see here as challenges. How would you like to see them work? How do you think they might work? And yeah, come September we can see who's right and who's wrong. Moving on then. The Guardians go into the building and we get to see our first kind of Destiny 2 open world vendor. This is Devram K. As I said, he is a European Dead Zone open world vendor. He sells gears, he sells weapons, he sells armor. Now, he also has a way of gaining reputation. The way you gain reputation with Devram is to turn in European Dead Zone tokens. As you hand in the tokens, you get reputation. You know, think to Destiny 1, how we can hand in Motes of Light and Ammo Synth and things like that, and slowly the reputation bar goes up. Basically, the EDZ tokens do exactly the same thing in Destiny 2. And finally, when you level him up, you get yourself some sweet, precious loot. Now, some of you might be asking, okay, how do you get your hands on the EDZ tokens? Well, if I pull up a little clip now, you will see that they drop from lootable chests. They can also drop from killing open world enemies, HVTs, which is something we will go on to cover in a little bit. Basically, guys, European Dead Zone tokens drop here, they drop there, they drop everywhere. They're an awesome bit of currency to have because you can do so much with them. Right, let's move on a little bit more, okay? We're actually going to pull up some footage of the first lost sector that Parris goes into, okay? Through the gameplay here, you get to see some new weapons, you get to see some new armor, you get to see some of the new Fallen House enemies, and eventually, you know, after they've cleared the area and the few waves of enemy that come towards them, they kill the boss. When they kill the boss, you will see it comes up on screen that the team acquire a cash code. Now, this is used to unlock the lost sector chest, and when the chest is looted, you get an on-screen animation to tell you that you have looted that specific lost sector, and then of course you get your sweet precious loot. So that is very, very cool. Now, moving on, again guys, there's so much to cover, you'll have to excuse me kind of jumping from one thing to the next. If you have any comments, any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. I will do my best to answer them. So in a minute then, they move forward to a second lost sector. This particular lost sector I will allow to play out at the end of the video so you can see it in its entirety. But what I want to draw the attention to is after they've finished this lost sector, they make their way out back into the open world where they stumble across a servitor. It's a new servitor, okay? It's actually called a ransack servitor, and this particular servitor is classed as a high value target, and when killed, the servitor drops what is called his plunder. This is basically loot, guys, and in the video as you can see, they will actually get a European Dead Zone token. Now remember, as we said earlier, you can hand these tokens in with Devon K, and with enough of them you will get sweet precious loot. Now, whether any other loot can drop from HVTs, I don't know. Whether there is more to do with high value targets, I don't know. I would imagine if you're going to include something in a game and you're going to give it its own name, like a ransack servitor, if you're going to go as far as calling it a high value target and giving it its own animation and its own loot drops, then I would guess you can get more than just European Dead Zone tokens from them. But as a lot of this information, guys, we are going to have to wait and see exactly what kind of happens come September, because the guys that went out to play Destiny 2 and try all these different things obviously were very limited in time because they had an awful lot to cover. Moving on then, in the third lost sector, we get to see the chests dropping, and again you can see European Dead Zone tokens dropping from lootable chests in the open world. These aren't the final boss chests, these are just open chests that you can find scattering around here, there and everywhere, just like we do in Destiny 1. And that, guys, is about going to wrap up the Lost Sector video. Again, I want to give a massive shout out to Parris for allowing me to use his footage. I'm basically going to go finish this video. Whether the time you've watched in this, there'll probably be more videos up on the channel covering adventures, public events, and vendors and things like that. There's so much to cover. It is absolutely unbelievable. But again, massive thank you to Parris for allowing me to use his gameplay. Links in the description down below to his YouTube, to his Twitter and things like that. Go and show some love. If you're new here on the channel, drop a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Plenty more Destiny 2 content coming your way. But for now, guys, I hope you liked the video. If you did, thank you, and until the next one, I'll see you all soon.